Welcome to Tales by Tyrell. Here, legendary stories come to life, teaching powerful lessons through timeless narratives. Venice, a city of power and politics, rested under the quiet glow of the moon. But in the shadows, a man plotted his revenge. Iago, a soldier filled with bitterness, seethed with jealousy. He had served Othello, the great general, for years, yet Othello had given a promotion to Cassio, a man with charm but little battle experience. Iago's heart burned with hatred. Beside him stood Roderigo, a wealthy but foolish man, desperate for Desdemona's love. But Desdemona, the noble and beautiful daughter of a Venetian senator, had already chosen Othello, the Moorish general, as her husband. Her love was true, pure as the morning sun, unshaken by wealth or status. Iago saw his chance. "Trust me," he whispered to Roderigo. "If we destroy Othello, Desdemona will be yours." His words were like poison, sinking into Roderigo's heart. Soon trouble struck in the grand hall of the Duke's court. Brabantio, Desdemona's father, was furious. "Othello has stolen my daughter," he shouted before the nobleman. But then Desdemona stepped forward, radiant in her honesty. With eyes full of love, she spoke. "No one tricked me. I love Othello with all my heart." Her words silenced the room. Even the Duke saw the truth. The matter was settled. But in the corner, Iago's mind worked like a storm. He had lost the first battle, but the war had just begun. Soon after, Othello was sent to Cyprus to defend against an enemy attack. He sailed across the sea, unaware that he carried a greater enemy in his midst. Not an army, but a man with a silver tongue and a blackened heart. When Othello arrived in Cyprus, the sea had raged with a terrible storm, but his fleet was safe. Desdemona arrived soon after, her eyes lighting up at the sight of her husband. She rushed into his arms, her love unshaken. But lurking nearby was Iago, watching, planning. Iago began weaving his web. He turned to Cassio. "You should speak to Desdemona," he suggested. "She can help you regain Othello's trust." Cassio, kind and respectful, agreed without suspicion. But Iago had no intention of helping, only of destroying. Days passed and Iago's whispers poisoned Othello's heart. "Have you seen how often Cassio is with your wife?" he murmured. At first Othello laughed it off. His Desdemona was pure, her love untouchable. But doubt is a slow, creeping poison. Then came Iago's final trick. Desdemona's handkerchief, a symbol of Othello's love, was placed in Cassio's chamber. Iago had arranged for it to be found, turning it into false proof. When Othello saw it, his heart twisted in agony. The handkerchief, a gift of love, was now a symbol of betrayal. His mind darkened, his heart a battlefield of love and rage. That night Desdemona sat in her chamber, confusion clouding her heart. Othello entered, his face filled with something she had never seen before. Not love, but torment. "My lord, what troubles you?" she asked, her voice soft, reaching for him with gentle hands. He stepped back. His heart screamed to believe her, but the poison had spread too deep. "Are you faithful to me, Desdemona?" he asked, his voice trembling with pain. Tears welled in her eyes. "My love is yours alone, I swear it." But Iago's lies had drowned out her truth. Othello saw not his innocent wife, but a betrayer. In his madness, he did the unthinkable. As her breath faded, her final whisper escaped. "Othello, I loved you truly." Moments later, Emilia, Iago's wife, burst in. "No!" she cried. "It was Iago! He lied to you!" The truth crashed down upon Othello like a storm. He had killed his pure, innocent Desdemona, all because of a lie. Guilt overwhelmed him. "I loved not wisely, but too well," he whispered, and with that he took his own life, falling beside the woman who had never betrayed him. As dawn broke over Cyprus, the once great warrior and his pure-hearted wife lay still, victims of one man's wickedness. Iago was dragged away, but the damage was done, and so ends the tragic tale of Othello, a story of pure love turned to dust, of innocence crushed by deceit, and of how doubt can destroy even the strongest of hearts. If this story moved you, subscribe to Tales by Tyrell for more stories filled with powerful lessons.